everybody, and welcome to another Friday's tutorial. And this week I want to talk to you about a Led Lightpad. Now this one I bought at the local shop for just 10 euros, so that's about $9 I think. But when you go to Wish, for instance, on the internet, you can find these kinds of stuff even for $7 to up to $10. So that's very cheap, and I thought, well, why not buy one and check it out? Maybe it's something for you. I've never had a light pad or tracer in my life, so this is my first one, and let's see what is inside here. It's a nice box, and let's open it up. You can see there is a cord here and a plug-in. Check it out. Well, this is the manual. Very easy. I won't even have to ask my husband to help me here because it's only 3 steps. It's plug in and play. Great. Well, this should be the actual iPad itself. And it says on the box it's ultra thin. Let's see. Oh wow. It is ultra thin. Well, let's see. Put it here. Put that aside. Then you can just take this cord here. There's a little sign on it that should go into the side here. Yes, it works. And then we take the plug itself. There's an entrance there too. Put it in. And then I can plug it into the wall. Well, I'm very curious, so let's give this tracer, this light pad, a try. So here we are, and I've put it on my drawing table where the camera is on top of me, so you can have a close look at this light pad. And what I did is I've put in an easy landscape, but notice that if you wanted to do this landscape, you should really work on white thin paper and not on, for instance, Canson paper, because that wouldn't show any light through it. Then we have 3 kinds of light volumes. So I tapped it 3 times, and what you can see now is the actual landscape shining through your sketching paper. I took a charcoal pencil, and what you can see here actually is the horizon instantly, and you can see the sky, but you can also see the light sources. Now in front, of course, there is that dark tree, so I trace it very lightly indeed. So I do not want to trace it all the way, because then I would not be learning that much. And I think the light pad should be used for study purposes. So to train your eye and to get to see where the main light is coming from, how the reflection of the light is upon the water. And here in front I can see there is some grass going on, water grasses that come out of the water. And so for getting acquainted with the perspective lines that I see now, you can actually train your eye and hand coordination. So that is why I think the light pad can be a helper for you to start understanding what is in front of you. Now here I've picked up a natural charcoal bar, and what I do is I simply put in a little bit of pigments for all that is dark, and I spare out the lights. So by tracing and using that light pad, I become aware of the gray values and the light and the dark values. Here you can see what I've traced. And of course, it is not much, but it did give me some insights. And then I would place my reference picture next to me and start drawing. Now there's another way of using the light pad. And that is, for instance, you have been drawing by freehand. And then you can actually check if you've done it correctly. So this drawing was done by me in freehand. You can see that in last week's tutorial. But now I can also use it to check if I did a correct thing. In that way I can see and correct my faults. I learn from my mistakes, and I see the chin is a little bit off here when I compare it to the nose line, but I see that I've placed in the eye correctly. So in that way I can see all the mistakes that I've made and learn myself to become a better artist. Now, if you were a total beginner at drawing, you can also use this tracer to point out some landmarks within your portrait. But please do not trace all of the face, for instance, or all of your landscape. Just point out some lines, some guiding lines, some landmarks for yourself, so you can start drawing and have already a better result, so you do not get disappointed when you first started drawing. So for that reason, I think a light pad can be very helpful indeed to get you started. But once you have some of the lines standing there, immediately take out your drawing, your reference picture, and start drawing on your own. Otherwise, you would not learn anything, and then it would just be copying. You would be a copycat, so that would not be nice. You will have to do your studies by observing from your reference pictures, of course. And also, you cannot use this light pad with the thicker paper like on Sun, only on thin sketching paper. But still, and here you saw it, but still, it can be very useful for you as a beginner, and you can also see very well all the light and dark values, so you can train your eye and see what all the light and dark values is. Or, oh my god, look at my face, you can use it to capture some characteristics. So, if you find this tutorial helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. Maybe I can see you on Patreon, where I do everything in live recording. I will see you again next week. Take care. Bye bye.